Hello everyone, welcome to our 25th Kotlin tutorial, and this is Aisha here. And in this tutorial I'll be talking more about these arrays in Kotlin programming language, and further you will learn how to print Kotlin arrays by using the standard library of Java. So now, first of all, I need to tell you that the array of when you are using this array of function, then you can declare elements of different data types. For example, here we have 11, 12, 13. All these elements are of integer data type, and then you can also add strings or characters, etc. But when you are using the int array or byte array of functions, then you are restricted to one data type only. So now here I can create like Aisha and then another name or any other string, so there will be no error. We have integers here, we have strings here, and we can also have characters. So now you can see that you can have any data type when you are using the array of method. So now I'm going to tell you that how you can print an array by using the Java standard library. So for this you have to import java .util, and then we will have arrays. So now if I write print line and then the keyword arrays and then dot separator, and then here I'm going to use a method which is toString method, which will convert our array into string. And then in the parameters I have to write the name of the array, for example marks, and this will convert our array into a string, and that string will be printed on the output screen. So now this toString method can also be used here, and if I want to use here, then these elements will be converted into these elements of the array will be converted into toString. For example, here if I write the dot separator and then toString, and then these elements will be of string data type. When we are not using this toString, the elements are of integer data type, and when we are using this toString method, then the elements are converted into a string. Now what we have done here, we have created an array of integer data types. The elements are of integer data type, but when we are using the array of function, we can have other data types also. For example, we can add strings, we can add characters, etc. Now we are printing our array using the standard library, which is java.util.arrays, and we have imported by using the keyword import. Then we have used these arrays of Java and then the toString method to convert this whole as a string, and then this string will be printed on the output screen. Debug and you will see. Now here you have your array printed. So let's suppose if I have strings also, then characters, and now I want to run the program, and you will see the whole array will be printed. You can see here the whole array is printed, which contains integers, which contains strings, characters, etc. Now the simplest way to print an array is by using the for loop, which is for, and then you will have the counter variable j or any variable that you want to declare, and then the keyword in, and then the name of the array, for example marks. So we will have the body of the array, body of the for loop, and in the for loop the first iteration of for loop j equals 11, in the second iteration of for loop j equals 12, in the third iteration j equals 14, and so on. So we will be printing print line and j. Now run, and you can see here we have our array which contains integers, which contains strings and characters also. So in Kotlin programming language, you can display arrays in two different ways. The first one is by using the simple for loop and iterating through each element of the array, and the second one is using the standard library, which is arrays of Java. So how you can use this arrays? By importing the Java util dot arrays, and then you can use it as print line the standard library arrays dot separator to string method to convert this whole as a string, and then marks. When you run this program, you will have a string here which will be your array. Now you can see this is the array, and then each element is printed at separate line using for loop. So that's it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.